Why study an MBA today? After all, shouldn't we be getting on with our careers in business? Are they really necessary? There are many myths associated with the MBA qualification. Here's how we see it at the Rhodes Business School. Let's start off with a dilemma. Some of us would like to stay at university for the rest of our lives, but it's time to get a job. Finances are exhausted, and employers are wanting to get us to embark on our professional careers. But before doing this, let's do a little bit of a financial scenario. Let's start off with a matric student who might earn 5,000 Rand per month. Their career opportunities are limited. Thus, if you value that income stream over a lifetime, one gets to about 11.6 million Rand. However, if one went to a university and attained a bachelor's degree, one might start off with a salary of 20,000 Rand per month. Over a 42-year period, that would be worth 58 million Rand. At that point, we might say, let's leave university. But if one considers going to master's level, the salary might increase to, say, 30,000 Rand per month, taking the value of the income stream up to a staggering 76 million Rand. It might be a bit crass to value a degree in these terms. There are a lot of other factors at stake. But what this does show is an enormous capacity to increase one's earning abilities by simply continuing to a master's degree. Now, when it comes to MBAs, they were built on the dog-eat-dog image of the likes of Jack Welch in America. Let's pursue profits. America is built on two words. You're fired, he said. Well, the business community has changed a lot, and MBAs have had to change along with it. When one looks at an MBA today, it's all about the economy. Sustainable organizations require managers who understand and relate to the needs, interests, and expectations of shareholders. Then come ethics, balancing the demands of shareholders against the expectations of stakeholders, or in short, how much profit is made versus the true cost of making it. Then comes ecology. Future leaders must view the world in an integrated, holistic, and critical way. And finally comes equity. Organizations operate effectively if leaders know and understand fundamental management functions and practices. All of these aspects combine together to form a daisy wheel. This is what we recognize at the Rhodes Business School. We are looking to create core management skills and functions, integrated with responsible leadership and governance. Then comes the business and moral case for sustainability, coupled with thought leadership and research. These are the core values of the Rhodes Business School. Let's look at academic progression. So you've got a bachelor's degree. What are your options? You can stop there, or traditionally we used to go on to an honors degree, followed by a master's, then a doctorate. And basically what that was saying is we are continuing to study in the same area. We are becoming specialists. If you want to diversify, then you have to look at a higher diploma or a master's degree, followed then by a doctorate, thus achieving diversification in your skills. But today we have many who complete professional 4-year bachelor's degrees. These degrees entitle the student to commence immediately into a master's program, followed by a doctorate. Again, that's the specialization route. But many wish to diversify, so they go to the higher diploma route, and that normally takes about a year or at maximum 2 years. There is an important issue, however. The higher diploma does not count in part towards the achievement of a master's or an MBA. Today, if one wants to enroll on these programs, one has to start ab initio towards the 180 credits. That normally takes 2 years and is then followed by the doctorate, and that is the diversification route. Now, let's take a 4-year bachelor's degree. Yes, you can go the master's route, but that's essentially research-based, and that frightens a lot of potential students away. Many prefer to go the route of an MBA, which is modularized learning over 2 or 3 years, followed by a shorter 15,000-word research report. That's proved very popular, as it diversifies the student's skills. Both are available on a full-time or part-time basis. However, the MBA is targeted at workplace learning. Let's look at the advantages of workplace learning. You can earn while you're learning. You're no longer dependent on your family or student loans, we hope. Your career can progress while you are studying, and your employer becomes involved in your education. That benefits both the employer and the employee. What makes studying a little bit different and more exciting is that one brings the work experience into the classroom. Now let's look at the time frames. A traditional MBA is completed over 2.5 years. So it starts off with 3 teaching blocks of about 2 weeks duration each in January, February, May, June, and then September, October. That is repeated in the second year so as to achieve the completion of the modular component of the degree. That's followed in the third year by a research report. Now, there's a problem with this. This creates a conflict between work and academic commitments. Too much time is required, and the timing of the presentation of the modules can also clash with peak work times. So, we've looked at it again at the Rhodes Business School, and we've said, let's have another go at it. Let's say we did only 2 teaching blocks a year. In March and September, those times work commitments may be a bit less. And we'll repeat that in the second year, taking it up to teaching blocks 3 and 4 by the end of the second year. We'll add in a third year to complete the full component of an MBA program and write the research report in the 4th year. For many people who are already employed, that is a far more achievable scenario. In short, it drops the study commitment from around 600 hours a year on the old basis to around 400 hours per year on the new basis. But that's not all it entails to complete an MBA. One has to also look at the facilitation of part-time study. Now, try all of this. You leave university, you start a job, you start paying back your student loan maybe, you want to start a home, buy all the cars and toys, and then start a family. All of this is not going to happen within 2 or 3 years. Wake up. When you graduate, it's payback time. If we are going to add to this postgraduate studies, the situation is simply not sustainable. So at the Rhodes Business School, we're looking at a new form of partnership. We start off with the student and the university. We've always had that. But what we need to bring in as well is the employer and potential government funding. If we can achieve all of this, then we can create a new daisy wheel where we interlock core development of management skills and functions with responsible leadership and governance, but we also want to bring in the employer and bring in the moral case for sustainable learning, and then bring in government to bring in sustainable funding as well. So it's a 4-way partnership that underpins an MBA program at the Rhodes Business School. How do we do this? Well, we need to look at bursaries, and immediately some people will tell you that a bursary is a fringe benefit from the employer and is fully taxable. It is of no use. However, Section 10(1)(q) of the Income Tax Act says otherwise. It says an employer may pay an unlimited bursary on behalf of an employee. The fringe benefit implications will only arise where bursaries are paid on behalf of relatives of employees. This is very valuable as it means that student fees can be paid out of pre-tax income. But employers want other incentives as well. They want something that goes beyond a tax deduction and possibly a recruitment strategy. And believe it or not, incentives are available. It starts off with the BBBEE scorecard. There it is in all its components. And the important component is skills development, ranking at 20 points out of the possible 100 points on the BBBEE scorecard. Now, when one mines down into this, one sees the various components of skills development. And important in this is skills development expenditure on learning programs specified in the learning program matrix for black people as a percentage of the leviable amount. Notice that this stands to score 8 points out of the 20 points maximum In terms of the overall scorecard, it is absolutely essential that the employer score these 8 points, as there is a minimum 40% threshold required in the overall BBBEE accreditation process. Then comes CETA levies. Now, there is a massive government program on CETA. They recover about 15 billion rand of sectoral development levies from employers throughout South Africa. This is not just a payroll tax, as some people would have it. This is followed by a distribution program which allocates these levies out towards skills development in South Africa. Of critical importance in the context of the MBA is the Pivotal Grant Program. In terms of this program, an employer may reclaim up to 49.5% of SDL liability if money is spent in the right places. Looking at the pivotal grant programs, it is important that one of the major aspects of the program is academic and professional study to specific employed and unemployed learners who have successfully completed a course at a recognized institution or professional body. An MBA is one such course. This entitles the employer to recover bursaries and scholarships granted to employees. If one goes, for example, to the facet CETA, one can see that up to 110,000 rand can be reclaimed. That's a significant contribution to the overall cost of an MBA. So, what we are doing at the Rhodes Business School is we are looking to integrate the economy, ethics, ecology, and equity into a pinwheel that underlines modern business education. But we are also extending that into a second pinwheel, which says we want a partnership between students, universities, employers, and government, which will underpin core development of management skills and functions, responsible leadership and governance, the business and moral case for sustainable learning, and a sustainable funding package. The Rhodes Business School is proud to announce its accreditation of its MBA provision by the Global Association of MBAs, AMBA. AMBA is the only professional membership association connecting accredited business schools, MBA students, MBA graduates, and MBA employers in more than 110 countries. Only 2% of business schools achieve AMBA accreditation.